So much is happening in crypto. It's crazy. Smash the like button, support the channel. Let's jump right into it. Binance wins operational license in Dubai. Congratulations, CZ. Congratulations, Dubai. Binance, the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange, has won a license to operate in Dubai after meeting the preconditions since receiving a preparatory license in September of 22. So last year, Binance actually received a minimum viable product license from Dubai's Virtual Asset Regulatory Authority, allowing it to open up a domestic bank account to hold clients' funds locally, operate a crypto exchange, and offer payments and custody services. This is a continuation of that and a big win. This is actually 3 of 4 licenses Binance needs in Dubai to be fully operational. Let's talk about Richard Heart, HEX, and the SEC case.
And I just keep winning over and over again. I'm a serial winner.
We reported to you yesterday the SEC is suing Richard Heart of HEX and Pulse Chain for allegedly selling unregistered securities.
Richard Heart, public enemy number 1, persona non grata, prison, right? I go to prison. Okay, now what happens?
Per the SEC's website, the SEC charges HEX founder Richard Heart with misappropriating millions of dollars of investor funds from unregistered crypto asset security offering that raised more than $1 billion. The SEC is also alleging that Richard Heart used at least $12 million worth of HEX and Pulse ICO money to buy luxury goods for himself. I'm seeing people in our comment section very happy that Richard Heart is being sued and looked into by the SEC. I'm seeing people in our comments section saying, hey, this is not something we should root for as an industry. First, they came for XRP, I said nothing. Then they came for HEX, I said nothing. Then they came for my coin and I said nothing, or I couldn't say anything. Personally, I've always been pretty critical of HEX and Richard Heart. I did think that there was a chance that HEX or Pulse could do well in August, since the Richard Heart documentary was coming out and they were really pushing that hard.
250,000. Hate me. I'm farther than you'll ever be in your whole life.
But the SEC lawsuit obviously changes the game. Richard Heart and the Hexicans and the Pulse Chain people never like to talk about how Richard Heart basically owns 80% of Pulse Chain tokens, basically owns 60+% of Hex Chain tokens, and will in perpetuity forever. That's just one of the issues I have. But I'm not really a big fan of Gary Gensler and the SEC, and I don't think they really do a good job of keeping regular investors like you and me safe. So ultimately, we're going to see what comes of this. We're going to keep you in the know, so make sure you subscribe. I do think that you should see this video. Prior to the lawsuit, they asked Richard Heart, what if the SEC goes after you? What if Gary goes after you and HEX and Pulse? What is your response? What do you have to say to Gary Gensler? Now, keep in mind, there's a lot of marketing going on in this video. One of Richard Hart's biggest strengths is as a marketer. But if you can push past that BS and just understand this is true or false, what the narrative Richard's going to be pushing as they get into this lawsuit. And ultimately, you will have to decide.
Any of you guys from the SEC are listening, I hope you are. I want you to know in the deepest parts of your heart that I've saved a lot more people from being wrecked than you have. I did everything I could to prevent people from putting their money into Celsius. Did you? I did everything I could to put people in charge of their own keys and get them to have self-custody. Did you do that? I called the top on the day. Did you? What have you done? So I break my balls to save people. I'm warning people about bad dApps, fake airdrops, showing people constantly every single hack that happens, right? I hand out free coins out the yin-yang. I created free coins, give them to Bitcoin holders. Now I'm creating free coins, giving them to Ethereum and every single ERC20 holder. I'm the giving tree of crypto. I raised $27 million for charity. You know what the SEC did? The SEC got paid $50 million by BlockFi for suing them. And guess where the $50 million came from? It came right out of the money that would have been used to pay people now that they're bankrupt. What? Hold on a second. So now the people that are hoping to get made whole in the BlockFi bankruptcy have $50 million less to get made whole because the SEC yanked it? That sounds like the opposite of helping people. That sounds like hurting people to me.
Toyota says yes to Polygon, says yes to Ethereum, says yes to digital NFT trophies. Toyota GR Cup will award digital trophies on the Polygon blockchain to race winners. Toyota continues its ongoing exploration into integrating blockchain tech within its corporate and developmental ecosystems. The Toyota GR Cup, a North American racing series held by Toyota Gazoo Racing, recently announced it would start awarding digital trophies and record driver performances on the Polygon blockchain. Per a press release, the new on-chain award system will include digital trophies for podium finishers, drivers who take first, second, or third place in a race. The ledger entries will also include statistics about the race and the driver's performance. The point of the program is to put drivers' accomplishments on the Polygon blockchain so fans can interact with them. Quote from Toyota: "Blockchain helps us keep a permanent digital record of drivers' achievements that they can share with their friends, families, and fans. It also allows us to develop new opportunities to introduce race fans to our partners." Big Ethereum milestone. 3.5 million Ethereum have been burnt, worth $6.5 billion US. This is 2 years after Ethereum's EIP 1559 has been introduced. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and turn the notifications on so you can be the first to comment when we drop our daily videos. Subscribers of our channel will remember when we turned you onto this 2 years ago. ETH is burning a lot of its own ETH. The takeaway is this: the increase in Ethereum's burning pace has the potential to finally start affecting the actual market price of the ETH asset, as its circulating supply is now decreasing at a faster rate. The burning of Ethereum coins serves to reduce the supply of the asset and increase its scarcity, thereby potentially leading to an increase in its value. The increase in demand and scarcity could be one of the factors that will drive the price of ETH upwards in the future. And Cardano has just achieved a groundbreaking milestone as Mithril, a big update, has finally launched on Cardano's mainnet. Cardano has reached a watershed moment with the launch of Mithril, a stake-based signature protocol that enhances the speed and efficiency of node syncing times on Cardano's mainnet. This is a significant advancement for Cardano, as Mithril's innovation will allow the network to become more efficient, more streamlined, and more capable of supporting a broader range of applications and use cases. Aside from this, Mithril will provide security and facilitate decentralized decision-making. Cardano is doing so much to upgrade and prepare itself for the next crypto bull run. Many of you have been asking, hey, what happened to that Ethiopia partnership? Cardano is partnering with schools, with Ethiopian governments. What happened to this? Charles Hoskinson gives us an update. It's a little bit wordy, but pay attention. This is what's happening with Cardano in Ethiopia.
Any updates on the Ethiopia partnership DIDs? Yeah, we're still pushing along. The big piece of work this year is going to be upgrading from Prism 1.4, which is deprecated legacy, to the latest version of Prism. So 2.0 does not have the multi-tenancy support that Ethiopia needs, whereas the legacy software does. That feature is being rolled over and upgraded to the new modular framework. So it'll take about one PI cycle to finish, and somewhere like 2.4, 2.5 will have all the feature sets required for a migration to occur. The government's still rolling things out. There have been a lot of logistical challenges in rolling things out. It's just really hard to take paper documents, especially when there are geopolitical instabilities, and digitize them and get them into the system the way they need to be. But on our side, on the software side, things are moving along, and we're just watching student after student get enrolled. The long-term goal is to get 5 million. That would cover the entire K through 12. It'd be very exciting to get everybody who's young in the country in, so 25 or younger, and that would probably be over 20 million or 30 million. But you just have to kind of take it one day at a time.
Like the video, share the video if you appreciate our nuanced take, keeping you informed on everything going on in crypto. I'll leave you with this. Uber CEO says that Uber will 100% definitely accept Bitcoin and crypto payments in the future.
Is there any chance of Uber accepting Bitcoin in the future? Are you having conversations about this internally? Could it happen someday?
It definitely could. We're having conversations all the time. I think right now what we see with Bitcoin and some of the other cryptos that they are quite valuable as a store of value. The exchange mechanism is expensive. It's not great for the environment. As the exchange mechanism becomes less expensive, becomes more environmentally friendly, I think you will see us lean into crypto a little bit more. So we're absolutely watching it. And if you say, is Uber going to accept crypto in the future? Absolutely.